Good morning, guys, and welcome to this week's catch-up. It's Saturday, the 23rd of March. So if we look back at the driving school, first of all, this week has really been about monitoring work that we'd put in place rather than actually implementing anything new. So, as I said, it's really been a case of assessing what's been going on. So, of course, when you're trying to grow a driving school, certainly when you get up into the high numbers of franchisees, then we do need to be bringing in inquiries from all different media. And if we sit down and look at it this week and see where our inquiries are coming from, and of course, if they're coming from referrals, and we all know in this industry, referrals and recommendations are the number one source. And that's fantastic. And a lot of you guys that are independents probably survive on recommendations alone, which all credit to you. That's a fantastic place to be in, and it probably suggests that you're doing actually a cracking job. However, that's fine when you're a sole trader and maybe when you have a couple of franchisees, but when you start to grow certainly up into double figures and above, you'll find that referral traffic is not enough on its own to sustain growth of a substantial driving school. However, it should still be looked at to optimize as much as possible. So, over the last, 5-6 weeks, I suppose, we have this personalized video that we send all new customers to welcome them on board. And again, I know, you've got to look at this quite differently now when you're trying to grow a driving school, because as independents, sole traders, it will be you that's actually teaching them. So you've got that personal contact. What you've got to be thinking about is how you're going to deal with this when you're not actually in contact with them. And of course, I don't come in contact with any of our customers because I don't teach them. So we send them the little video, welcome, from me on board, thank them for using us as their training provider. And then when they pass their driving test, we send them another video. And these are pre-recorded, so it's not like I have to record a new one each time. And that's to congratulate them, once again, thank them for using us, and explain to them as a local business just how important referrals and recommendations are for us. And we sort of asked them, if they know of anyone that would benefit from our services. We'd be very grateful if they could, point them in our direction. And as a bit of a sweetener as well, of course, we send them out a 6x4 actual glossy photograph in a nice little frame. It goes in lumpy mail, which is quite nice, and again, it's something probably unexpected by them, and that's a nice little touch. And again, I've said before how much the students value that, I'm not sure, but of course they'll probably give them the picture to the parents, and for the parents it's a big day when their kids pass their driving test, so I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't throw that out and they would keep it. And of course, if you're doing your livery and marketing correctly, then on that picture, not only is it their pride and joy, but it's got our livery all over it. So it's a constant advertisement. And I think parents will talk and the word goes out. So, it's in the early stages, but that's proving its worth. So that's the referral aspect, and that's how we deal with that and try to optimize it as a driving school. Then, of course, we've got the website, and the website generally will attract people. Of course, it's an active media, so people are actively looking to book driving lessons. It goes hand in hand with Google Ads. And of course, Google Ads, when people are searching on there, are exposed to all sorts of wacky offers and, buy lessons or get lessons for free and all this type of stuff. So we've got to try and sift through that a little bit. So a lot of the inquiries will be very price sensitive, but of course we need to get them off of Google Ads and we need to get them onto our website, and the website does a fantastic job of warming them up. And if you've got a website, really it should have really good quality and in-depth custom reviews, because it's the custom reviews that will make the difference between those looking for the cheapest lessons they can find and others that are looking for a bit more quality. And as you well know, the split is probably about 50-50, in as much that the students searching for the driving lessons, or of course their parents, and their parents often have a different mindset. And then finally, we have Facebook. And of course, we run Facebook review promotions. We don't advertise directly on Facebook. Come buy our lessons, because that generally doesn't work for us. But if we promote our in-depth custom reviews, then that certainly does work. And again, it sort of overcomes the price-sensitive students because we're able to warm them up. And that's where I guess ManyChat comes in. Now, you're probably well aware, if you've been following these videos, that we run our competition. We did the live winner last Friday, so this has been the first week. If I'm honest, the response has been disappointing. I mean, we have signed up a number of people from that campaign. But when I look at what was involved in the prize we gave away, you know, we had over 300 people enter that. But we're sort of, it's attracting the freebie brigade, which we don't really want. And as I said, we've signed up a number of them, so that's encouraging. But what the real main part of what I'm trying to get at is that with ManyChat, because we run Facebook review promotions, we attract lots of interest, so therefore we get lots of Facebook inquiries. And as you well know, with Facebook, it can be extremely time consuming because they tend to message you anywhere between 5 and 10 times asking questions. So we've set up the automation now via ManyChat, and that is working like a dream. So we're able to ask them very targeted questions on automation, and they go through the system, and of course we'll either filter them in or we'll filter them out. It could be that we don't provide the type of service they're looking for, so it could be an automatic service in a particular place. It could be a male or female instructor. So we're able to do that completely automated and filter them out. And then the ones that get to the end of that sequence that are really hot to trot then and make the booking, we then get an email which informs us to jump onto Messenger and just finish the process off. And that is working like gangbusters. That is the best thing ever. And I'm suggesting it's probably really good for you guys as well, because unlike us, where we have an office here and we have staff all day long to monitor this stuff, if you're out teaching and you're getting these inquiries, the likelihood is that you're going to miss out on them. Or of course, it's going to be difficult for you to follow up, because the way Messenger works, as you well know, is when they ask you a message, they really want to reply. And if they have to wait 2 or 3 hours, it's not really going to work that well. So it's that instant reply, and then we can filter them out. So this is a system that would work extremely well for you that are out there working. And we're getting some good results from that. You probably know we've been sending the scorecards out now for the last week or so. We had a first one. Came back, I think it was on Thursday or Friday. And they're marking their instructor 100 out of 100, which is sort of quite cool. But it's not all about that. It's about the fact that parents know that we're checking up and we're looking to see that they're getting a good service. That's the main reason for doing this. So I'm sure we'll get many more back, and then we will give that feedback to their instructor regardless of whether it's positive or negative. Finally, on the driving school, it's been a frustrating week car-wise. Our training manager, of course, he has our flagship car that runs around in the area for promotion of, become a driving instructor training. And we've had a Peugeot 308 on order now for about 3 months, and it was due to be delivered on the 1st of March. And they've let us down twice now. Apparently the car has been in the country for over 4 or 5 weeks, but Peugeot are having major problems with some recall going on and distribution issues. And I finally lost patience now, because we only have 2 weeks until the current car goes back. So it's a bit of a long shot. I actually deal with BMW myself, so I was speaking to the commercial manager and I asked, is there any chance you could get us a vehicle? And we're looking at a Series 1, but the numbers would need to be right. And I was quite surprised, actually. They came back and they were more competitive than I thought they would be. And they've offered us a fantastic deal on a really nice black Series 1 M Sport Shadow Limited Edition. And my training manager seems to be over the moon with that one, and they've guaranteed its delivery in 2 weeks. So again, German efficiency goes up against French complacency, I imagine. So I'm thinking it will look stunning when it's all signed up and running around in the local area. Okay, so as we go over to ADI Success, the books finally arrived. They came on Monday, and we started promoting them on Tuesday. We've had 18 copies go out this week, which we're really chuffed about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, the book is all about making the transition between sole trader and franchisor, and it sort of fits in with what we're doing here with these info docs videos, and also the transition series. And if you would like more information on that, if you jump onto Facebook. Okay, so we've just popped across to our ADI Success Facebook page. And you're more than welcome to come and join the page. We have about 2,000 folk that are linked to this page now. And it's just ADI Business Success on Facebook. And you can then follow the information that we're putting. So here's a whole bunch of information on the new book and making the transition. Here's the book itself. You can just leave a comment below, and that will start the process, and we'll be able to give you a bit more information about the book. And you can see we have a whole bunch of people that have made their comments and the reasons as to why they're looking to make the transition. So that just confirms our belief just how buoyant the market is right now, and how many of you guys are actually looking to move up from sole traders to driving school owners. So quite interesting there, all the different comments. So as I say, feel free to come across there. And if you feel the book is something that would be of use for you, then you can comment, start the process, and we can get one out to you. We are going to be putting some really useful information on that group, so that might be something you're interested in joining. And finally, we've got round to recording our Google Ads. As you may well know, some of you may use Google Ads. Again, as independents, you probably don't need to do that right now. But as you start to grow and you've got more diaries to fill, then Google Ads is still a good media for bringing in a good supply of work. Now, if you don't know, it used to be Google AdWords. That's sort of finished around about October 2018. Google rebranded, and it's now Google Ads. If you had ads running before that time, you might find now that they've stopped running, or you're having issues with them because they do want everyone to move across to the new platform. So we've been running them now for over 10 years. But the new ones we've had running for about 3 months. We've been running some tests to find out which ones work best, and how all that might come together. And on Friday morning, I finally got round to recording a walkthrough step-by-step process of how to set up Google Ads. That's been loaded up to our ADI Success member site. And now, of course, all the members can get in there and set their own ads up. So here's our ADI Business Success membership portal, and you can see we have a whole bunch of information in here, but everything to do with growing your business and making that transition. But if we come down here, these are the new Google Ads campaign. So it was changed over in October 2018, and we have one here video that covers all the initial settings. Really important, and the other one will cover the ad groups, ads, and keywords. And if you're running Google Ads, then setting it up correctly is absolutely vital, because otherwise you'll just burn your budget. So this is only available via our membership site. If it's something you're interested in, we do have a membership explainer video here on the YouTube channel. And you can go in and check that one out if you wish. Okay, guys, so that's about it. That's the catch up for this week. Next week is going to be a big week for us because we have part 3 exams. And of course, our recruitment policy rests heavily on that. as to whether we then have them as franchisees ready to come into their school. And as we approach the last week of March, we're about to complete our first quarterly rock, and getting some of those guys qualified and into the driving school is a big part of our plan. So I'll map that one out a little bit more on the Sunday planning video. So as always, have a fantastic weekend, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to click the little bell. That way you'll get a notification every time I put up a new video. Thank you for watching.